Hi everyone. So today we're doing a recipe, and today we are making a side dish, this is an easy recipe, and all we're doing is easy baked beans. Okay, so all of you should have this in your possession because I made copies for everybody. And what we're going to need to make this recipe is real simple. We'll need 2 cans of baked beans, just like that. We'll need mustard, I don't have a whole lot there, and we need some ketchup, a dish, some plastic wrap, and in this case, some brown sugar. Now, let me preface this by saying, with this particular brand of beans, we don't need to add the brown sugar because the brown sugar is already in these beans. So if we put more brown sugar, they'll just make them way too sweet. But if you had just plain baked beans, then you would need to add the brown sugar. So with this, I just wanted to show you what brown sugar looks like. This is a box. But they're all similar with the white and the brown. So that kind of designates that is brown sugar, so that you guys know when you're shopping in the store. But for this purpose and for this recipe, we're not going to be using this. Okay, and then of course we have some plastic wrap, saran wrap, plastic wrap. It's however you want to say it. The tools that we need are a can opener, a half cup measuring cup, and a teaspoon, 1 teaspoon. Okay, now I wanted to demonstrate something to you in that right there, if in case you do not have one of these measuring spoons of any kind, this is a tablespoon. This is just a standard tablespoon, and this is a teaspoon, and you can see one's a little smaller and one's a little bigger. Maybe this one you use to stir up your drinks. Maybe you like dip stuff out of a sugar bowl or something like that. You use this. Okay, this is like you would use it maybe for a soup spoon. Soup spoons are usually a little bit bigger, but you can use it. You use it to eat with. So just so that you know the difference between the two. Now here's a little fact. 3 teaspoons equals 1 tablespoon. So if you are using these for measurement, just make sure that even if you don't have a tablespoon, you can still do it with a teaspoon. Just make sure you do 3 teaspoons to make 1 tablespoon. Okay. You turn this over, we're going to do our pizzas. So this is a half cup, remember? And remember I talked about pizzas, and the pizzas, remember, so we do one great big pizza like this. Old Antonio wanting pizza again. And in this case, so there's 1 whole pizza. But we're not going to be eating a whole pizza because all we're using is a half. So Antonio comes along and he eats half the pizza. Ooh, Antonio. So that's what this is. It's half of 1 whole. Okay, so that you guys understand that? So this is a half of 1 whole. Again, it's a smaller portion. All right, and that's all I'm trying to get to you. Now, and then the other thing that we're going to be using is, this is what makes it so easy, that is a 1-pan dish. Okay, we're just going to put all our ingredients right here in this dish, mix it up, and then we're going to come over here and we're going to use our microwave. All right, I hope that all of you guys have the opportunity to be able to use a microwave. You should learn how to do that, and if you don't, we'll learn. Okay, so I've already pre-washed my hands, but remember, we're working towards being independent and we are working towards jobs. And so like Luciano, you said you wanted to work at a hamburger place. And Juan Carlos, there's no reason why you can't work at some place like that. There's no reason why any of you can't be working at a place like that. But just like what I have to do at work, I have to follow rules. And right now, the rules are that everybody is wearing face masks and everybody is wearing gloves, even though you washed your hands. Okay? So, here's my handy dandy gloves, because we're working in the food industry and we're serving it to other people. Now again, I don't have a mask, I don't have a beard guard, I don't have a head thing, but if we were working at one of those places, like Taco Bell, McDonald's, Wendy's, they would ask us to wear a hat. They would ask us to glove up, and it would be required. Okay? And just like today, I had a staff meeting, and one of the new requirements is if we're wearing a face shield, we have to wear a mask when you guys come back. But that's only if we wear a face shield. If you're just wearing a mask, you're okay. You don't have to wear a face shield and a mask. Just a face, just a mask. But if you're just going to wear just a shield, you have to use a mask. And I understand that because, you know, as we saw on that one CNN news, how the face masks, you know, the keeps all the virus up inside our masks, and it goes up into our eyes, and then it's going out the top of our head, and we got all this virus going around, and it's all trapped. So if we're having a mask and we have the shield, now we're doubly protected. But okay, anyway, so we're gloved up, ready to go. Okay, this is a can opener. Some are different styles. It just depends. Okay, if you don't have a can opener, some of you might even have an electric can opener, but use an electric can opener. Or, you know, I've used a knife. I've used a knife to have to open up a can. But if you're going to use a knife, you need to be super careful. And I would suggest that none of you do that. That's only if you're really desperate. And I was desperate because I had to have that ingredient. Plus I was hungry. So be careful with our lid, because our lid is sharp. Okay, and what we're going to do with this, we're not going to drain anything off. We're just going right into our pan, just like that. Okay, and we're just going to dump it out, just like that. Okay, going to get it all out, and we'll use our spoon here to help get some of our contents of our cans out. And we'll scrape that out. There we go. And then we'll just drop our lid back in there. Okay? And then we can use our can to hold our spoon that's dirty. So now we open up another can of our baked beans. Okay. So again, just going about. And again, there we go. Pop it open, lift up our lid carefully, break it away from our can. We can put that one in there now. And now we can use our spoon, and we dish these out. See, just like that. And we're gonna have all that goodness right in there. All that, okay? Good, okay. Get off. There. All right, so there we go. We got our beans in our dish. Next step is, our recipe says we're supposed to use brown sugar. Remember, in this recipe, because of the beans that we are using, we're not going to use brown sugar, so we'll skip that part. So now we need, what is that? Very good, mustard. That's right, and I've already shook this up. I don't really have a whole lot of mustard. So here, we're just using a teaspoon of mustard. And hopefully I have a teaspoon of mustard. Looks like I do. Okay, and that's about where it needs to be. And we dump that in. Just dump it in right there on top. And we can use our spoon here to kind of dig that out, clean that up. Okay, just like that. Okay, into that can we hold it. Now we're going to use, it says ketchup. So we're using a half cup of ketchup. One half of a whole. Okay, here's our ketchup, right? So I shake that up, and we're going to fill this cup all the way up. How many of you like ketchup? Okay. Did you know that, okay, so ketchup, this particular ketchup comes in a glass bottle, okay? And when you try to pour it out, it's really thick. But here's a secret. This is Heinz 57, and on the glass bottles, there's a 57 that's written on the bottle. If you hold that 57 up and it's pointed at you, and you tip that bottle, that puts it at the right angle so that the ketchup will flow out properly. You don't have to sit there and do this business or go on the back of the bottle. Just make sure that the 57 is facing you and just pour it in. Just pour right out of the bottle. There's our tip of the day. Okay, so now we dump in our ketchup. Okay, just like that. And we get all that in there. Just like that. And now, all we're going to do is we're going to stir it all up. Okay? Get it all stirred up, kind of mix it all in. Just like that. So, here we go, just like that. And there. There you go. All mixed in, all mixed up, all our ingredients are all evenly distributed throughout our dish. So now we're going to take our plastic wrap. Some people call it saran wrap. It's really, however, all it is clear. See, and it's sticky. And this is a brand new roll. Okay, and we're going to kind of cut it to be able to cover our dish. And so we kind of lay it on there, and then we just kind of peel it off. There we go, just like that. And we cover up our dish, and that's all we did. Now why we're covering it is because we're going to put it in the microwave, and we don't want it splattering all over our microwave. So you just want to make sure that you cover this dish. You want to make sure that you cover anything in the microwave. Now, one thing about microwaves, all the microwaves come in, they're all different types of microwaves, okay? And different microwaves have different wattages. And what that means is different powers, okay? So this particular microwave is supposed to be a good one. It doesn't heat near what I think it should, because like the one that we have at the college is just an old, honestly, it's one I dug out of the trash. The college threw it out in the e-waste, and I dug it out of the e-waste, and now we're using it, and we've been using it for almost 10 years now at the college. Works beautifully. Doesn't take long to warm anything. 30 seconds, it's hot. Okay. So we put it in the middle of our microwave. We shut our door. Our recipe kind of gave us a generalized time. So anywhere between 5 and maybe 8 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to start at the lowest wattage and then we'll work up. And what we're going to do, especially with microwaves, because the heat is not even in a microwave. It kind of generates and bounces all around, bounces the molecules all around to create the heat. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 3 minutes, uncover it, stir it up, do another 3 minutes, stir it up, and see what our temperature is. Okay, so I push in my 3, so I see my 3, I go 1, 2, 3, and then I go 0, 0. Now I have 3 minutes, and I hit my start button. And now I wait. Now the thing about this recipe is that it's really easy, it's really simple, it's quick. This recipe is called what we would call a side dish. Okay? And a side dish is, it's not the main meal, but it's something that goes along with a meal. Alright? And you can use this side dish, like tonight, my family, we're cooking hamburgers. And so that's going to be one of the side dishes for our meal. So we're having barbecued hamburger, or barbecued burgers, and barbecued beans, barbecued baked beans. Alright? And you can put it with grilled cheese sandwiches. If you're watching the World Series, hey, Mom, Dad, let's do some baked beans and, I don't know, tacos, or something like that. Or hot dogs. Hot dogs, baseball, can't beat that, right? Right? Mom, baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, that is like all American right there. Okay? And especially now with the election that's raging going on with Mr. Trump and Mr. Biden, what we talk about every day. So now in this case, while I'm waiting, I'm just going to clean up a little bit, which is what we should always do after we have done something for ourselves. So we're going to clean up. I'm not going to wash it right now. All I'm going to do is put it over in the sink and get it out of our way. So I'm going to put that in the sink, that in the sink, and that in the sink, and then these are going into the trash. Into the trash they go. Alright. Now I can take off my gloves, because I don't need them anymore. And the way you peel off your gloves, you go grab it like that, peel it off so it's sanitary, and then you're going to use the other glove itself, grab it, and pull it off. Okay? And those will go in the trash too. So I'm going to put these in the trash, just so you guys know what I'm doing. Alright. Meantime, I'm going to put away all my ingredients, and I'm going to clear my area because I'm getting ready to serve dinner to my family. Plastic wrap will go there, because this and this is extra. I mean, I bought this and this. Goes up here in the pantry. Okay, here's our assortment of beans. Right, you're getting to see my kitchen, right? And there's no room, so I'm going to put it up there. Actually, this is not my kitchen. This is my wife's kitchen, who does not know that I am doing this. Because I'm not allowed in the kitchen. But anyway, so there we are. So now our went off, our microwave alarm went off. We're going to take this out. Now, before you reach in there and grab your dish, you want to have pot holders, because the dish is going to be hot. All right, and I don't want anybody burning themselves. So you take out your dish, all right, and then you very carefully peel back the plastic. Okay, looks good, but I can see it's not warm because Want to know how I know it's not warm? There's no bubbles. So I do feel the heat. I feel that it's sort of warm, and the dish isn't all that hot. So that's how I know. Okay. So we're going to peel that, put that back on. We're going to put this cover back on and make sure we cover everything up. Don't want any splatters because, like I said, this is really not my kitchen. Okay. And I don't want my wife getting mad at me. So then we take our pot holders, we put it back in, and we're going to do another 3 minutes. So again, 1, 2, 3, and then the zeros. 3, 0, 0 minutes, start, bang. Okay, I will be right back, you guys. Anyway, our beans are almost ready to be taken out, and we'll check those. I can see right now, just through looking through the screen, that they're starting to bubble. So that means they are at the right temp. And in this case, I don't want to put a hot dish right on top of the counter because it might crack my counter. And then my wife really would get upset with me. And I don't want that. So we'll put this right here, take that out, and peel it. Ooh yeah, here it is. Look at that. Look at that. And we just peel that all off. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. That's perfect. That is the epitome of perfect. Ooh, I can hardly wait to dig in and try that. Okay. Now, of course, we're going to use a larger spoon. And so, bring that a little bit forward to you guys so that you can see it. I wish you guys could try that. Could be here today and we could try a sample of it. There's no reason why any of you cannot make that for your families, or just even for yourself. If you want to make a little side dish with, say, a hot dog or a grilled cheese or a hamburger in this case, you can do that, right? It's easy peasy. You have the recipe. I've shown you how to do it. That's all there is. All right, you guys. Hope you enjoyed this. And, ooh, that's so good.